Have you ever had a moment where you looked around your life and thought, I should feel different by now? Nothing's necessarily wrong, but you're unhappy. You've worked so hard to create this beautiful life. You've achieved goals. You've created success. You built a relationship, a family, a business, a career, a reputation. And yet something feels unsettled inside. If you've ever had that thought or that feeling, this episode is for you. Today, I want to talk about the realization that I hear from my clients, these very accomplished, brilliant women all the time, and that is, I thought I'd feel different by now. It's one of the most honest sentences a woman can say. Why doesn't my internal experience, the feelings, the emotions that I am feeling match what I've worked so hard to create? It's frustrating. They say everything is good. It doesn't make sense that I feel this way. It doesn't make sense that I have this frustration when I'm in a happy relationship. It doesn't make sense that I have this overthinking that I wake up with every day when my life is going well, when my business is going well. Why am I clenching up during the day and feeling all of this pressure when things are going well? Why do I just feel angry or resentful all the time, even though I got everything that I worked for? These are really common questions. My clients often say to me, I wish I could just flip the switch because it doesn't make any sense that I feel this way when my life looks this good on the outside. And then there's grief. There's grief and sadness because that's the feeling. That's what's going on inside when there's this beautiful life. And they say things like, oh, I'm so grateful for everything that I have. I'm so happy that I worked for all these things and that they came to me. It's not that I'm not grateful, Rebecca. It's that I just don't feel right inside. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to feel that and to not feel congruent with what's happening around us, with what's happening in our lives, and having our internal feelings and emotions not be able to match that. And let's acknowledge here, success changes our circumstances, right? Success can change many, many things. It can change your income. It can change your home, your schedule, your responsibilities. Successful relationships can change your living situation. If you have to move, if you add children and responsibilities and all of that sort of thing. But what does not automatically change is the subconscious program that you've been carrying. That's the frustrating part here, because people assume that peace will arrive after all of the achievement. That when they finally reach their goal, that they'll feel the joy of reaching that goal. Everything will feel so much better. But the reality is that there are a lot of people who reach their goals, particularly women, and then they discover that they're carrying the same pressure, the same tension, the same mental chatter and activity that they were carrying before. The scenery changed. The way things look, their outfits may have changed. The way they style themselves may have changed. The way their bank account looks, the way their relationship looks in their business, all of that may have changed. It's like the body did not get the memo. The subconscious programming doesn't change on its own. We have to up-level that together. For so long, we have normalized pressure. And what I mean by that is that I see it, and I've done it myself, normalizing this experience that has deserved attention, always having stress in the body, always having something on your mind, always thinking ahead like 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 steps, always carrying the responsibility for everyone's feelings, everyone's experience, always feeling slightly on edge. always feeling a little bit of like a static of resentment that pops in even when you're having a good time. It's like something inside of you is still not having a good time. Something inside of you is still frustrated or irritated. And after enough years of feeling this, it can feel normal. It can feel normal to feel all of those feelings and have all that chatter. The problem is that what's normal and healthy are not always the same things. Having your body under stress is not necessarily healthy, right? And many women are so skilled at carrying pressure and just pushing through and doing whatever the frick needs to get done and just putting their feelings aside. I'll rest later. I'll relax later. I'll play later. I'll enjoy myself later. I'm just going to push through and get all this done. So we get used to carrying pressure. We get used to carrying tension, and we don't recognize how much energy it actually takes to carry all of that. And sometimes it's been around in our bodies for so long that we just unconsciously assume everybody must be feeling this way. But sometimes we reach a point where we recognize it's too much. I'm ready to feel like I belong in this beautiful life that I've created instead of feeling like an outsider looking in at all this beauty, but feeling all this gunk and tension and heaviness in the body. And we can call this the beautiful life problem, right? The women I work with don't usually come to me because their lives are falling apart. They come to me because their lives are actually pretty good and they want to enjoy them. They want to feel present. They want to feel alive. They want to feel the joy of everything that's happening. They want to feel the peace of this place that they've arrived to with their goals. They're tired of spending every day of this beautiful life trying to calm themselves down, trying to navigate, can I stop this cycle of thinking that doesn't make any sense? Can I stop this pressure on my head? Can I stop this clench in my jaw? Can I stop this heaviness on my chest? Because everything looks pretty good right now. I want to feel good in this beautiful life. And they're tired of holding back, really holding in all these feelings because there's nothing wrong in the moment that needs to get expressed. So the feeling stays stuck and it continues to churn. It continues to cycle through. This realization that they want to change things, that they want to feel the way that they want to feel in their beautiful life, that they want to feel good in their beautiful life really changes everything. And this is not then anymore about achievement. It's about having a different experience of life. This is not anymore about pushing toward a deadline or a goal or getting to a certain level, right? It's about feeling the way that you want to feel, feeling in a way in your body that matches this beautiful, extraordinary life that you've built. Just take that in for a moment. How would it look in your life? How would you feel in your beautiful life? What would you think about if you didn't have the tension when you woke up? If you didn't have the racing thoughts as you were trying to go to sleep? What could you enjoy on a deeper level? What could you create? What connection could you have? How would you trust yourself even more if peace was there? And that's the beautiful thing, is that peace can become really familiar too. And being in the present moment can be the familiar thing. And enjoying your life can be the familiar thing again, instead of the tension, the tightness, the racing thoughts, the heaviness being so familiar. These really wonderful feelings can become the foundation of your everyday. Just soak that in for a moment. I often hear people say to me, I didn't know how much energy it was taking. I didn't know how much energy I was spending trying to calm myself down, trying to talk myself through the day, trying to stop the thoughts in my head, trying to gratitude it away, trying to meditate it away, trying to push it away or forget that it's happening because I wanted to enjoy my life. And that's one of the gifts of this work, of that you actually begin to experience your life. You get to be present, you get to be connected to your life rather than constantly managing yourself inside of it, calming yourself down, slowing the thoughts down. Let me make some notes. Let me write this down. Let me get a Post-it note. Let me breathe my way through this. Let me push this feeling away. Let me redirect my thoughts. All of those things are coping mechanisms. They don't actually heal the problem. They don't change the problem. What we get to do is go to the root and heal it there. Now, if you've been thinking, I thought I'd feel different by now, I want you to know that you are not alone. Even though you probably aren't talking to people about this, maybe you talk to a friend about it, maybe they feel the exact same way. But if you've not been talking to people about this, you've just been carrying on. Most of my clients haven't even said these things to their best friends. You are not alone. And you are not doing anything wrong to have this experience. It's simply that your body has not caught up with your life. It's that your nervous system hasn't caught up with your life. It's that your patterns haven't caught up and recognized that you have this beautiful life. That's it. And I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you wanting to have your internal experience and emotions to match your beautiful life. You get to have both. You get to have the beautiful life, and you get to feel really freaking good on the inside too. It's not a trade-off. Well, I got the beautiful life, I guess I just have to deal with the pressure. No, that's not how we operate. You get to have it all. You get to have the beautiful life, and you get to feel good inside of it. This is the work that we do inside Coming Home, where we help your body recognize what it is that you have now, the life that you have now, the way of being that you want to feel, the emotions that you want to feel. And we help update the patterns. It's a beautiful, simple, and loving process. And if somewhere around this video there is a link where you can connect with me for a private conversation, just reach out and tell me what it is that you want to feel. We'll talk about where you are, where you want to be, and I'll help you bridge the gap to get there. And it happens far faster than you can imagine. Most everyone says that they feel a shift within the very first session. I want that for you, because this beautiful life that you've created gets to feel really beautiful on the inside too. All right, give yourself a lot of love. Give yourself a lot of grace. Just notice your week. Notice how you're feeling. Approach it all with curiosity. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.